There's this indie horror game called Mouthwashing. The game is about a spaceship crash and the crew desperately trying to survive inside it, including drinking a lot of mouthwash, hence the name. The game leads to this artist drawing one of the characters, Anya, in an admittedly odd direction. I don't picture her as a sexy nurse self. Even so, the artist received plenty of backlash because, without spoiling too much of the game, Anya is a victim of sexual assault, and it's not right to draw her in that way. But at the same time, it's also not right to harass this artist. It's a fictional character. Don't take it too seriously. Anya shouldn't be sexualized. She's a fictional character. They will all be sexualized in one way or another. It doesn't matter if she's a victim of sexual assault. She's gonna get sexualized like any other fictional character in the world. The person covered her up with an edit of the original fan art. Okay, are you really that bothered by it? Well, if you think about it, those are just pixels on a screen, right? Ah, yes, because death threats to real people are the same thing as drawn fictional characters. Those words can't hurt you, the same way the drawings can't hurt you. If the death threats are just pixels and can't hurt you, no one would have said it. It's insane that the developers themselves have to be like, hey, this isn't acceptable. Don't harass people over fan art. If you can't be respectful or considerate, this isn't a place for you. It's not exactly a controversial message, and yet to some people, it is. This person wants to disown the developers from their character. Good luck with that. This person said that the people agreeing in the comments are the completely wrong people. That implies that you people are in the right. No, you're not. You are delusional. This guy even encouraged people to pirate the game. Bold suggestion if you know how to do it, because most of you don't even know how the File Explorer works, let alone how to pirate a video game. At the end of the day, she's a fictional character in a fictional game. She's open season to any Rule 34 treatment, just like any other characters in fiction. If you don't like it, then the internet is not a place for you, and it's best for you to leave the internet. Unfortunately, fictional characters are serious business. Everything you draw reflects you as a person. No, it doesn't. By that logic, if you make or enjoy horror movies or games, you're a murderous psychopath. Whether it be humor or morals or your interests or something, that's why people don't like it. Bro, there are murderers that are obsessed with children's cartoons. Fiction is not the problem, it's the person consuming it. Your brain cannot differentiate fiction from reality. Ah, so everyone is a lunatic. Or maybe it's just you. Even kids can differentiate fiction from reality. You all say you like immersive experiences, yet can distinguish fiction from reality? Yes, that's what every normal human being does. They get immersed in fiction knowing that it's fiction, not as a replacement for reality. This isn't Dragon Quest Your Story. Fiction affects reality. Oh boy, here we go again. Despite being fake, the way you portray your real-life themes or characters will have a toll on the real-life people watching your show. Wrong. It's the way you react to that portrayal that will have a toll on real-life people. If you can't grasp that, you don't have the maturity to write this kind of media. Hope this helps. Can I just put anyone that says, hope this helps, as an immediate red flag for an incredibly immature person? When people say fiction affects reality, it doesn't mean it's directly responsible for it, but it does affect people. No one says it doesn't affect people. We're saying that it doesn't affect them in a way you think it is. It doesn't mean fiction is reality, but it can affect how somebody feels and sometimes what they believe in and what they chose to do based on what they see. Great job. 2/3 of that is totally wrong. Yes, it can affect how somebody feels. That's what fiction is supposed to do. It's supposed to engage you emotionally, but it does not affect what they believe in. There are many toxic and horrible fans that love media made for children. Some even go so far as attempted murder or even murder. And most importantly, it does not affect what they chose to do based on what they see. By your logic, anyone that plays Grand Theft Auto will commit Grand Theft Auto. You are delusional. If you're talking about delusions in fiction, at least you're not as delusional as this idiot. Addicts when it comes to sexualizing underage characters because they're fictional. Dude, why is the word fictional in quotations? That's Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot. Not only a fictional character, but also a freaking robot. I wanted to emphasize it as reference to the weak and common argument people use whenever character ages are brought up and such. It's not a weak argument at all. If anything, your argument is even weaker. I just find it funny that of all the characters that you used to be put in quotations for, it's Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot. It's been a long time since I watched that cartoon. Nice to know that you brought up some childhood memories. But good lord, she's not a real person in any capacity in any way. She's not even a person. And yet here you are saying that it's still not right to do it. Don't worry, there are more instances of people treating fictional characters as real. Man, this scene from the anime Dandadan really got people incensed. The characters were fighting aliens, they got out of a sticky situation, but they accidentally appear at school almost completely naked, and they run away screaming. It's a really silly scene. It's not meant to be sexual or anything, but this guy disagrees. The fact that anime usually makes pedophilic porn-addicted content doesn't make it any better. That whole scene is a joke, buddy, and that's just your subjective opinion. Things like this shouldn't be normalized in a healthy society. I love how you imply that our society is healthy, or that it is possible to have a healthy society. Anime and manga are some of the most popular entertainment media in the world, not just in Japan. Our society is already beyond healthy when there are too many weebs all over the world. Sucks to be normal like you, right? I understand those aren't real people. It doesn't change the fact that it's actually bad. It's not actually bad. They are fictional characters doing fictional things. Naruto has children and teenagers murdering each other. Nudity of child characters is bad. They are fictional characters, not real children. Sexualization of child characters is bad. Again, they are fictional characters, not real children. Doing all of that in a show that's target demographic is children is bad. Teenage boys are not children. There's a huge difference between the intended demographic of Naruto and Doraemon. There's a difference between intended demographics of Danny Phantom and Dora the Explorer. They aren't using comedy to make fun of the said things. They are using it to justify them. If it's to justify them, then they wouldn't be running away feeling embarrassed. They look like teenagers and are teenagers. Then they are not children. Just because girl has boobs doesn't mean that she looks adult. Here's another revelation. Just because a character is fictional doesn't mean you have to treat them like real people. Anime characters are not real people, which is why I absolutely despise these suggestions. Henry Cavill would be perfect for live-action Goku. How about we don't have a live-action Goku? The last time we had a live-action Goku... I always wonder why anime was so successful in America to Asian dramas or films. Because anime is cooler than Asian dramas. Also, Asian films do get to America. Otherwise, Jackie Chan wouldn't be popular. Godzilla wouldn't be popular either. Turns out it's because Americans think anime characters are white. Can you Americans stop making everything about race? Here's an alternative theory. Dragon Ball is awesome. That's why people love it. End of story. Anime being imported to the West leads to a lot of fans, but Western works being imported to the East lead to some really odd censorship. The hit League of Legends adaptation Arcane recently had its second season that I still haven't watched, even though I absolutely love the first one for the gripping story, memorable characters, and this is from someone who doesn't play League of Legends, nor do I have any interest in it, and never ever will. The series received censorship in China in the form of the lesbian couple V and Kate not being canon in the ending. I guess. That's just typical Chinese censorship, unfortunately. And I'm not a fan of that. It's not surprising. But what is surprising is that I see people celebrating the censorship of the series, and they fall into two camps. Either they want to own pro-censorship people, or they just hate LGBT people. Personally, I'm not celebrating because I hate censored media more than I hate pro-censorship people. It's one piece of media that is censored, and everyone, including LGBT people, have the right to free expression on the media that they create. Keep in mind that I say LGBT people, not pro-censorship people. I have no respect for pro-censorship people, and those people can be cis and straight too. But like I said, I hate media being censored more than those people. People are generally not made for mass consumption for other people to enjoy. You hate censorship because you can't see Tifa's nipples. I hate it because they removed the central part of the story. We are not the same. No, we're not. You think that censorship to things you don't like is okay. I think all forms of censorship are wrong, or at least for the media not intended for children. Censorship isn't an all or nothing endeavor. It is. It absolutely is in the context of adult media. What is reasonable falls into that too. There's nothing reasonable about removing nipples in a media intended not for children. Removing core parts of the character is too much. Covering up some cleavage is fine. No, it's not. Are you bothered by cleavage? Because if you are bothered by cleavage, then you're not an adult and you shouldn't consume adult media. Moving on from all that anime and fictional character stupidity, we have fictional car stupidity. I don't know how you can form this conclusion. This person thinks that Cars, the 2006 Pixar movie, is a fascist movie. I don't know why. Granted, Cars is not the best Pixar movie out there. I personally didn't like it as much as a lot of other Pixar movies, but what do you mean by fascist? Uneasy mixture of nostalgic twee traditionalism and machine worship. What the hell are you talking about? Uneasy mixture is very subjective. Nostalgia? How dare people feel nostalgia? Traditionalism? Which part of tradition in that movie that you don't like? Machine worship? It's a world full of cars. A world with just cars and no humans is something the Italian futurists absolutely would have loved. Italians also love their pizza. I eat my own homemade veggie pizza every day. I guess that makes me a fascist. Why do trucks and highways exist when there's no actual need to transport anything? That's a good question, but I think there's a more important question at hand here. And that is, why are cars sentient and talking to each other? How the hell do they have babies? How does that even work? This is a stupid hoopla. Can we go back to enjoying cars, yaoi? Those were good times. Moving on from fictional character hooplas, here's a couple of real-life hooplas that are just idiotic. Imagine carrying a lunchbox to work. How feminine is that? Or at least according to this doofus. There's nothing manly about that. Dude, I don't know what your endgame is, calling people feminine for bringing lunchboxes. I'll still carry my lunchboxes to work. How dare I eat after work, right? Never seen so many strangers so butthurt over a tweet carrying a lunchbox. Never seen someone getting so butthurt over people carrying lunchboxes. Seriously, why do you have to say that they're not masculine? What's the point? It sounds like you're butthurt. I don't make the rules. You clearly do, but your mistake is thinking that people are going to follow it. And finally, we have this inhuman dumbass. The doctors revealed why this couple is not getting pregnant. This person feels like a complete idiot. Okay, maybe there's an issue with your fertility. Apparently, the guy is 30 years old and he's been married to his wife for 4 years. They've been trying for a baby and went for almost a year with no luck. And that's where the problem started. Apparently, the couples are not from America and sex education in their country was pretty basic. Where are you guys from? I live in a village in Bali, and everyone here knows what sex is without even the needs of having sex education. Always wear a condom or you'll catch horrible diseases. That's generally true, but that would only happen if either of you have contracted a sexually transmitted disease. The doctor at the clinic explained how condoms actually work and that they'd been failing to get the wife pregnant because the guy was wearing condoms. That's right, the reason why they couldn't get pregnant is because the guy was wearing condoms. Wow, that's actually impressive. How the hell could you not figure that out? Are you people even human? How are both of you this inhumanely dumb? Also, you managed to get 4 years without a baby by having sex while using condoms. That's actually impressive. Whatever condoms you use, they're doing a great job, so kudos to that. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a cat. And also a huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your name among these legends, then check out the links below, just $1. And you have support this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show stream channel, link below, go subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.